Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading. Today we are looking at February and what is coming in and what is going out during February. So there are 3 cards as always, and we have got pile 1, which is the Morrigan, Death and Rebirth. We have got pile 2, which is Rooted, and we've got pile 3, the Sacred Marriage. So just take some nice deep breaths in and out. Allow yourself to feel into which one is standing out to you the most. And we will have a look at what is going on in February for you. I hope you enjoy your reading, and I will see you in the pile you pick. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you have picked the Morrigan, Death and Rebirth. Now this card, it's pretty exciting, given that we're talking about February and what's coming in and what's going out. There's obviously the ending of something and the beginning of something new for you during February. But this card can also talk about how if you've got feelings that are difficult or emotions that are difficult, how you can be demonized for that sort of behavior. So if you have anger or grief, or you act in ways that are uncomfortable for others to perceive because they're not just peaceful and calm, if you like, that sometimes people can be demonized for that sort of behavior. And this is showing that those things are actually quite positive because they're what pushes for change. If you have a strong emotional response to something, it's because it's being brought up to you to see, so that you can clear it, so that you can process it, and so that you can come out anew, feeling healed and happier and healthier by making the shifts and changes of things that are not okay. So I'm going to have a look at more detail about what is coming in for you. So Spirit, please can I have some more cards to show what is coming in for pile 1? Look at that, the world. So new opportunities. It's kind of opening up. The King of Wands. So new business or new projects, connections, 3 of Cups, friendships and spending time with the 2 of Cups, lots of connections. Wow. So maybe new love. Let me see what else there is. I want one more of these. This is very exciting. So this is what's coming in for you. So if you have been 10 of Pentacles, better financial elements coming in. Wow, this is great. So maybe if you've been in a period of isolation, or you've been going through a difficult time in some way or other, something is, well, we'll have a look what is leaving. Rebirth. Wow, you've got rebirth twice. Goodness me. So you're certainly coming into February. Something's happening in February where the celebration card hasn't come out, but I feel like it is a celebration of life. You know, the fact that you've got the world there, and it shows that you're opening up so that the world is your oyster. You can start going out, you can start engaging with people, you can start to allow yourself to have individual loving connections. There might be outings or events or invitations to social gatherings. You're going to feel, for some reason, there's something here. The 10 of Pentacles can often be to do with the fact that you've either got enough money to sustain your family, or it's quite often to do with legacies. So it can be to do with inheritance, or the fact that you've got enough money to enjoy life now. And I'm going to read this one to you because the butterflies probably all know is where you've been through a transformation. So you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Absolutely. Now, the King of Wands is usually somebody who's got ideas. I'm just going to have a look what it says in this book, actually, because each of the card sets can be quite different. So the King of Wands, an entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, a creative visionary, success. So this person is charismatic and a natural born leader whose vitality emanates through their laughter, their obsession with a life well lived. As you dance into this energy, you may feel a surge of entrepreneurial passion that pushes you to the edges of your epic success. This card of moguls, masterpieces, and soul inspiration, the King of Wands calls you to unleash that offbeat weirdo that you've got inside and be absolutely unapologetic in your pursuit of the stellar. Ground your vision through the wildly novel expression of big ideas, and if you find yourself getting tripped up by the minutiae of the everyday, recruit help and map out the bigger picture. Invite others to see what you see. So it's passion and heart fueled, building an empire of light together. Wow. So maybe you've had a period of during January where you've either felt a bit meh or a bit isolated, or you've been restricted somehow, or you've been going through something that's difficult. And as you come into February, it's just going to open up for you. I can't say enough really about how lovely it is that you're going to have really good people around you. You're going to feel financially secure. You're going to be full of ideas. You may want to travel, or you just somehow you're expanding the energy of your world. Let me see, what else? Can I get something else for what is coming in? What is coming in? It's like an awakening. You're going to wake, you're going to feel alive. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to start to enjoy life if you haven't already been doing so. What else is coming in? Oh, self-worth. What a lovely card. So yeah, you're going to feel really, really positive about yourself. You're going to know. It's like you're going to value who you are, and other people are going to value you too. I almost want to see what is leaving so that I can understand why this is. It's like a glow up. It's like you've got this amazing glow up. You might even find, we've got loving connections here. And I think part of that is because you're going to be so much happier, that it's going to enable positive connections. But for some of you, it might even be meeting somebody to have a romantic relationship with. We've really got that everything, every angle is showing as positive. The ideas, the financial element, the connections, the going out to different gatherings and having events with groups of people that are going to be really positive. It's almost like you've found your place in the world, and because you've found your place, you can thrive rather than survive. So it's absolutely fantastic, pile one. I can't tell you how fantastic and wonderful this is. So I'm going to have a look at what's leaving. So that's what's coming in. What's going out for pile one, please, Spirit? I want a different card. What's going out for pile one? What's going out in February for pile one, please? Oh, any self-doubt is going to be leaving you. Look, you are good enough. Any self-doubt, any feelings of not being good enough. So self-worth is coming in as you go into this beautiful energy. And anything where you've felt imposter syndrome, or you felt like you're not good enough, or you've been isolating yourself because you feel uncomfortable about being around other people somehow, that is leaving. Spirit, what else is going out for pile 1, please, during February? 3 of Wands. So anything, 3 of Wands, that's interesting. So you may have had to take time to rejuvenate, recuperating somehow. But 3 of Wands can also be to do with projects that maybe haven't worked somehow, or you've been focused on an old job maybe, or focused on something that you're trying to achieve that you're letting go of. You're going to release control. The Emperor is like, maybe you've changed jobs, or you've let go of a business that you were trying to that's not quite worked as well as you were hoping it would, and you felt a bit down and like you weren't good enough. Perhaps it was isolating you somehow. Perhaps you've had a career change. Perhaps there was a manager, or perhaps you were having to be responsible for something that you're releasing now. Spirit, what else are they letting go of? Yeah, you felt very trapped. Yeah, there's a real shift, a huge shift in February coming from you, because this energy we've got of not feeling good enough, feeling like you didn't know how to change your situation, or feeling like you had to be restrictive somehow with yourself, having to control what you were doing a lot. That's all shifting and changing so that you can live freely. That's what's coming in February. You can live freely because you've got the finances to support you, you've got the positive connections, your heart can open. Whereas with this, it was feeling too logical and feeling too like you were trying to control a situation, or even you were being controlled in a way that was just restricting your soul, is what I want to say. What else is leaving? Queen of Cups. Perhaps you had to go through a lot of emotional healing. 5 of Swords. Wow, challenges and conflicts. So, I mean, look at that card with that person holding their head, and there's the figure over there, like there's been a battle, and wow, you're really stepping out of what has been a difficult energy. So maybe you've been trying to make something happen at a spiritual level. Perhaps you've had to do a lot of self-healing. You've drowned in a lot, not entirely drowned, but you've been in a lot of deep emotion. See how this person is almost all the way up to the middle, covered with water. Well, that can be emotion, praying and searching to the skies, to the divine, to spirit, to your whoever you believe in, praying for, asking for help to shift and change this situation that might have been to do with work or a business or a project, or some sort of controlling issue that you've been in. Maybe there's been somebody who you've just been clashing with and it's been difficult, and it was affecting your base, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. So all those basic foundational needs weren't being met in the way that they needed to be, which is why you weren't feeling good enough. Well, that's shifting now. So if we get one more card about what is leaving you during February. I cannot say how great this reading is, Foxglove friend. You've been through a tough time. You've navigated it. I'm just going to have a look in the book to see what that is so that I can help to understand what's leaving. I almost want to say like the light in life wasn't there. Yeah, okay, so this is about looking in the mirror of truth. It's a great honour to look into the mirror of truth, it says, but it can be very difficult to see the reality and the truth of how things are. Yeah, so you may have had to, you might have been trying to be the light for everybody as well, the healing for everybody, the person that everybody turned to the point though where it was depleting you and depleting your self-esteem and your self-worth. Maybe you were trying to help people navigate their challenges and their troubles and their difficulties. You might have even been a therapist or just somebody who was really good at listening, and there were too many people taking your light. And as much as it's wonderful to be a provider of caring and positive solutions, some people do take advantage of that and they just keep coming for more and more and more, and it seems like they never change. And the key important thing is, and I say this in a lot of my videos, you've got to fit your own face mask first when the plane is going down. So you've got to fit your own oxygen mask. You have to be able to look after yourself to a degree that allows your light to shine. Otherwise, you can't shine that light on anybody else. You know, you've got to be provided for and feeling in a good place, and you've got to feed your own soul before you can actually really get that going for everybody else. So something may have changed career wise, or just the way that you see the world, or the way that you're engaging with other people, in which February is going to give you more life, more joy, more activity, more recognition that you are of value. And this is a huge rebirth, so you might go through some sort of revelation, but I feel like it's quite tangible for you, Pile 1, in the fact that something physically is going to change in your world, potentially around the finances, that's going to open up things for you. And you've maybe had to recognise that through healing and through going through challenges, you've gone through such a lot to get to this good space. So I want to say, enjoy it. You've worked hard to get to this lovely, lovely energy that's coming in February. Let me get you a couple of advice cards. Spirit, can we have some advice, please? Maybe there's even been health issues where you've been restricted, but something's happening now where the world is opening up for you, and people are going to appreciate you. You're going to feel appreciated. It's almost like spring is coming into your life after a dark, harsh winter. Grace, you who glides across the water of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Yeah, so very much. I mean, I like the fact we've got the two swans, we've got the two of the cups. So you might find that your soulmate is coming in for you during February because you're in this good place, because you've done the healing work that's going to allow you, or even if you're in something now already, it might shift in a way that turns more positively because you've been through the difficult stuff, and now you get to be living in the moment. And it is important to be very grounded in each moment and to feel the love in your heart. So enjoy this really positive time that's coming in for you, because with the wheel of life, we go through those difficult periods, but you're coming into a new season. You're coming into a new season of your life that's more alive, you know, like if we talk about it in a kind of metaphorically, the flowers are starting to open, the birds are starting to sing, the animals are starting to wake up. That is what's going on in your energy field and in your life around you. Everything's starting to open up so that you can be blessed in really positive ways, to stay in the moment so that you get the opportunity to genuinely, truly enjoy this lovely time that's coming in for you. Let me get you one more advice card. Oh, we've got two. Conclusions are within reach. The answers you need are coming. Okay, so if you've been uncertain about something, there's going to be communication coming towards you. This is Gemini. Gemini is very much about communication. And that's going to help you make certain decisions about what you want to do in life. So just stay in the moment for now. If you're waiting for information, if you're waiting for results, if you're waiting for some sort of communication about something, just allow yourself to be patient, be grateful for everything you've been through, because it's allowed a transformational process within you. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the connections that you've got, answers and solutions and understandings that are going to enable you to decide how you want to move forward in life. They are coming forward, Foxglove friend. So just be patient, knowing that all good things come to those who wait, and it really is. The good stuff is coming in for you in February. So thank you so much for watching. I'm very excited for you. This is really, really fantastic. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe, because I'd love to see you again. Take care, Foxglove friend. Bye-bye. Hello, Pal 2. Welcome to today's reading. So you have picked the card Rooted. Look at that. How lovely. So this card, not only has it got the beautiful owl, the hare and the badger in it, which I love, and all those special shapes underneath the roots there on the ground. It's basically talking about the fact that the journey is never over, just like the seasons never stop turning. However, the lessons we learn and being able to feel wholly connected to the earth and to the life that we're living in is really important. So it can show that the hero or heroine's journey is over, that a lot of the battles and the exploration and all those different elements of things that come earlier on in the process of life have been completed, and it's now time to find somewhere to stabilize, to plant your roots, you know. So there may be elements of finding a new home, finding a new location, starting to feel grounded and secure, or to be able to be consistently part of a community, so that you can have that feeling of belonging, of being able to, you know, go through the seasons and cycles with other people or within the environment that you're in, so that stories can be told about what's happened, so that you can learn the lessons. It doesn't mean you have to stop living because the cycles of the seasons continue to change. It just means allowing yourself to recognize how far you've come, what you've been through, and to feel grounded and secure where you are. Let's have a look at more details. So we'll put that one up there. Spirit, what is coming in? That's what we're going to look at first. What is coming in for pile 2, please, during February? What is coming in? And then we'll have a look at what is going out. Spirit, what is coming in for pile 2 in February? Page of Cups, interesting. The Magician. Nine of Wands. Knight of Cups. Wow, a lot to do with emotion, plans, bringing the Star, bringing something into reality. There's a lot of feeling elements in this. So, yeah, Temperance, wow. So, let's get, which one else do we want? We want one of these. So, it's about trying to bring something into being. Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. And I'm so into dragons at the minute. That's absolutely gorgeous because I've been reading The Fourth Wing, and well, I've read the whole series that's available already. It's amazing. Just in case you were wondering. So there's a lot of emotion in this reading. We've got an awful lot of emotion. We've got that there's hope. Knight of Cups is usually quite a romantic character, or somebody who works from the heart. You know, there's a lot of dreaming sort of elements. So we've got like the pigs might fly aspect here. I'm just having a feel into what this is all about because the energy is so different. So this is about pushing beyond, having determination to keep going, resilience, a final push to try and make something happen. But it's interesting that we've got it around the supernatural. So, what is coming in during February? I like the angel element here. It feels like there's more of a spiritual progression going on for you during February, to be honest, Foxglove friends. We've got a lot of elements about flight. So you may actually be going on a flight and travelling, but this feels more like the raising of your frequency. Because we've got the Magician, and look at all the energy that's coming out of their hands. So you may be doing something to do with Reiki, you may be doing something to do with energy healing. There's something where you're, as my friend calls it, embracing your art heart. So it's something creative where you're living from your heart. There's a very gentleness to your energy, a vulnerability, where you're living in hope. Yeah, definitely say it's to do with continuing to strive forward to either follow your soul path, to follow your heart, to raise your vibrational frequency. The Page of Cups can be a representative of a neurodivergent character. So maybe somebody who's got, ADHD or autistic and that sort of thing. There's certainly a representation that it's going to be hard to keep your feet on the ground. And I think this is part of why we've got the rooted element. So as much as we want to live in a higher frequency, a more spiritual kind of approach to life, it's really important that as we do that, we also stay connected to the earth. So you're here to live a very earthly experience as a spiritual being. The energy here is very gentle, very ethereal, and I think this is what you're coming into. And you've maybe been trying to achieve this. You might have been doing mediumship, or you might have been trying to do something where, because the magician is here, it's all about how you're manifesting the environment that you want to be in. But it's saying don't give up. Don't give up with whatever it is that you're doing on a spiritual level or project wise, or how you're trying to develop yourself. Don't give up, Foxglove friends. Even if there's a fear of failure. I'm going to get a bit more. What is coming in for pile 2, please, Spirit? Keep coming back to the Knight of Cups, gratitude. And again, look how similar that is. Lots of dragon energy. Lots of dragon energy, lots of energy. So the dragon energy is very much about knowing who you are and being able to stand by that, and being able to be in alignment with, unapologetic about who you are. And sometimes it can feel quite vulnerable as we try to create something that we're putting out into the world. You know, if we're trying to create music or a song or a painting or something that's that comes from the soul and putting it out into the world, it can be a very vulnerable place to be in. And this feels like quite a vulnerable energy, like there's hope and romantic ideas about what you want to achieve. It's just saying to make sure to keep yourself grounded and learn from things that have happened. You can do something called modelling in life coaching, where you model yourself on people who've already achieved what you're trying to achieve already. So I'd say try and find other people who've done similar to you to see how they're getting on, learn their stories to help you progress. But this isn't a time to give up on what you're trying to manifest. It's quite, there's nothing, it's all very energetic, this one. Let me see if I can get one more about what is coming in. What is coming in? And it might be easier to see what is leaving. That might also help me understand better. What is coming in for pile 2, please, Spirit? Maybe you've been, so there's a recognizing that you are good enough, that what you're doing, what you're putting out there is good enough. There's a feeling almost for some of you, just always take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But there's a feeling maybe you've been doing too much and you need a little bit of a rest. But like there's a drifting feeling. So perhaps you've not had the most direct, stabilised and grounded experience recently somehow. And as you go through this creative process, you may get a bit of imposter syndrome. You may feel like what you're putting out there isn't good enough as you're trying to bring something into reality. But it's saying not to give up. Let me see what's leaving, because that will help me understand. Spirit. Okay, let's do this one. Spirit, what's leaving, please, for pile 2 in February? What is going out? Pilgrimage. Interesting. That's what's leaving. So, I said a bit like drifting. Somehow you've been on a journey where you've been searching. And again, pilgrimage is very spiritual. It's about going on a journey of spiritual experiences to find things and understand either religion or the spiritual elements of yourself. So you've been searching for something. Well, that's coming to an end, which is why we've got the rootedness. You're going to find that there's some sort of stabilisation coming into your life that wasn't there before. And maybe it is about settling down into a particular home, a place of living, a location, where you feel like you're going to be able to stay there for longer than you have done anywhere else. Spirit, what is going out? What is leaving for pile 2, please? What is going out in February? Perhaps you've literally lived on some sort, like either a boat or a mobile home or something that moves. You know what I mean? And you might be moving into somewhere that's more fixed. Yeah, so fears, self-doubt, maybe addictions, volatile behaviours somehow, feeling like you're out of control, that's leaving. Those fears and worries, oh look, there's lots. This is nightmares, worrying about things, fretting if things are going to work, that's leaving, that's going out in February, so that's what you're leaving behind. Interestingly, it might be King of Pentacles is here, which is usually about feeling like perhaps you've had a notion of what you wanted life to look like, or what you thought success looked like, that you're leaving behind as well. Two of Pentacles, either juggling money or struggling for money or trying to manage lots of different things at the same time. That's going. So, wow, this is very interesting. Let me just see. I want another card. What is going out? So it feels like there was a lack of stability somehow, that you were either physically moving about a lot, or let's put that there. So that is what. That's interesting. Perhaps you were relying on things from other people quite a lot, or trying to juggle all sorts of things, or had a different idea of what success was. Perhaps somehow you're leaving something that you thought was going to bring you financial success or stability by living in a certain way, that was just stressing you out, making you feel insecure, or making you feel uncomfortable, or bringing up anger issues. It's almost like you're having a re-evaluation of what success looks like, a re-evaluation of maybe what you need money for, and a re-evaluation of where you want to be physically in life, and not feeling good enough, that is leaving you in February, so that you actually start to feel truly grateful as you set down roots and start to bring stability into life, and having hope and living in a more spiritual way somehow. It might even be living off the land more, and putting roots down to stabilise your environment. It's going to bring you more hope for the future, and it's going to allow your life to calm down a little bit somehow, Foxglove friend. Let me get some advice cards for you as well, Spirit. Can I have some advice? This is a real weird transition. Really interesting. I'd love to know in the comments what's actually going on for you. There's going to be a lot of self-doubt, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear leaving you in February, so you can start to feel more centered in your heart, more hopeful, calmer, and things are going to start settling into reality, into the 3D, so that you feel more stabilized. Protection. So this is part of the advice. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere, we've got that again, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Yes, so let fears pass you by, let them go. Just keep persevering with what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to manifest into the fruition, of the 3D world. Keep going at it, don't give up, because you're stepping into a very different energy in February. Your hard work is paying off. Keep going, Foxglove friend. I mean, crikey, it couldn't say that enough. In February, keep hope in your heart. Simplify things where you need to. Yeah, the answers you need are coming. So, very much about leaving difficulties behind, or leaving perceptions about how you need to live life and how you need to manage your money is being left behind. Recognizing your own value and being very grateful about what you already have, so that you can kind of be more spiritual and be more wise, and so that you can shift and change into the life as it comes in before you. Foxglove friend, this feels really interesting. I can't wait to hear what you've got to say and what's going on for you. It certainly is coming into a really nice energy, but the key element of this reading is very much about perseverance, because hard work is paying off. So keep your dreams alive, keep going, keep having that hope in your heart, and being your wonderful creative self, because it's good. I feel like you've got support from spirit. You've got support from powers that be that you can't see. It almost feels like things are fated to go in the right direction. You just need to keep going and don't give up, and along the way be as grateful as you can for everything that you've got, and allow yourself to be centered and grounded in each moment as you go through February, Foxglove friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this reading. If you've got anything you want to say, stick it in the comments. Otherwise, please like and subscribe so that I can see you again in the future. Bye bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading today. You have picked the sacred marriage. So for some of you, you may be married, you may be planning a wedding. For others of you, it might just be about managing the masculine and the feminine elements in your world or within yourself. So each of us has the masculine and feminine elements within us. You know, we have the high priestess, which is often the stillness, the meditation, nurturing, nourishment, creativity, and it should be balanced out equally with the masculine elements of action, of empowerment, of being goal orientated, all these different kind of things. But sometimes in some cultures we've got that the masculine element has become a bit dominant, which then doesn't allow for the more nurturing or nourishing or the stillness of the feminine energies. This could be within an actual relationship where there's a need to balance the masculine and the feminine energies within that, or as I say, within yourself. So let's have a look at what is coming in during February, and then we'll also have a look at what is going out. So, Spirit, what is coming in for pile 3 during February, please? What is coming in for pile 3 during February? We have got the Lovers. So I'd say this might be relationship based. Given that we've got the sacred marriage and the Lovers, again, both cards can be reflective of kind of decision making and different elements, but I'd definitely say this is about balance and the interaction within that relationship. They almost look like the same card. What's coming in? Empress. This can be pregnancy. It can be pregnant with new ideas, but again, it's a bit the divine mother element, about the feminine energies of nurturing and nourishment. And look, you know, as of the female energy is a portal into this world. It's a very, very special, sacred And then I don't know if you can see on this person's shoulder, it's like the sea with all the fish in it. There's a lot of emotion in the feminine energy. Let's see what's coming in. King of Wands. This is about passionate ideas. You may have a dynamic where there's a feminine based energy that's more nourishing and nurturing and wanting to bring things into the world. And then if you balance that with the King of Wands, which is about passionate, creative energy of what you're creating in the world, those two go really nicely together, actually. So how are you bringing Page of Wands, which is all about new ideas and excitement and things happening quickly? The Ten of Cups, happy families. This is what's coming in for you in February. Hold on, let me see what else there is. Death and rebirth. Let's just have a look at another card from a different pack. So, I'd say, I'm pretty sure this is relationship based, folks. But you are, during February, nobility. During February, you are either yourself, within yourself, or with another person, bringing a relationship back to life or alive in a different way in which you are able to work together with that person. You know, the Lover's card is obviously very intimate. You're sharing intimate space, so it may actually refer to that there might be some love making part 3 without going into too much detail. But things are going to happen quickly in which you're able to create a happy family. So maybe you've brought something new into a family environment. Maybe you're merging families. Maybe you're literally looking to create a family environment, and that is happening during February. I mean, pretty much we've got the basic story of, in a stereotypical, kind of fashion, you get married, you get naked together, you make a baby. The male element may create a home environment for you. Things happen quite quickly. You turn into a really, really happy family, and you find out that you realise that you've got a whole different life going on because you've got birth. That's how it reads, but you can't do all that in February because there's a 9-month incubation period for this one. But there's something, it might just be metaphorical that you've created a connection with somebody, or you're balancing out those elements within yourself, the masculine and the feminine, or there's a happy coming together of these two elements. An intimate connection that is creating a new world for you in both the masculine and the feminine aspects during February. And by balancing out, by both parties having passion and focus and a desire to create a beautiful world together, it allows things to move quickly so that you can create that happy. The Ten of Cups is like full fulfillment, full. So if this person isn't in your world already, they're coming in February, but I feel like it's almost people who may already be either in a new relationship, or they're coming into a relationship, or they've stabilized it a bit. Maybe you've recently got married, or you're about to get married, and you're creating a beautiful life together, a whole new life that is going to give you emotional satisfaction and happiness during February. I mean, heck, who wouldn't want all that? Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. Don't shove it in people's face. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Elk, nobility. Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward about what's coming in. You're going to have a lot of emotional happiness during February as you create something to be proud of. Shall we have a look at what's going out? Oh no, let's get one more. One more about what's coming in. One more about what's coming in, please, Spirit. One more about what's coming in. Real satisfaction and fulfillment is coming in for you during February, pal 3. Gifts, you're going to receive gifts. So maybe even if you have recently been married or you're going to get married, there's just an element of, this is Alba, the queen of the dragons. And she's got all these like diamonds around here, look, and here, and this gold. Gifts can come in many forms, whether it's an actual purchased gift or just the gift of having that connection and being with somebody that you love and having help and support and positive things coming into life. February is going to be a good month for you, Foxglove friend. Should we have a look at what's going out during February? So what is leaving? What is leaving during February? What is going out? Ace of Cups. Okay, so you're getting past the new love stage. You're getting past the uncertainty of new love. What is going out? 8 of Wands can often be to do with challenges, but there's been a speed. There's been a real speed to which things have been going. What is going out? Yeah, okay. There's a very much... So, what is going out in February is, if you entered into this relationship quickly and it's gone really fast and you feel like you didn't know what you were doing and lots of fears and insecurities came up and you even thought about leaving the relationship sometimes because it was all just too much, that is passing by now. You're starting to settle into something that is more grounded, where you understand each other, where you can start to create something, where you're becoming more emotionally satisfied. What is going out in February? So it's maybe that you're getting past the Fool period. The Fool is where you're just stepping into something new. The Ace of Cups is where you're just newly stepping into a relationship or into the new flushes of, oh, this could be love. It can happen at such speed, and then it brings fears to the surface really, really quickly, and you go, oh gosh, should I leave this? Is it going to be the same as what it used as other experiences I've had in the past? Is it not going to be good? It's sort of like Bambi on ice, where you're like, is this good? Is it not good? Am I going to fall down? Is it the most exciting thing in the world or the most awful thing in the world? You're getting past that point, pal 3. You're moving into something that's more solid, more stable, where you understand each other, where you're connected, where you can really genuinely start creating and thinking of a life together. Yeah, so, if you felt like each other's been the enemy in some way or you've been worried, you're just leaving all that behind. So if you've had difficulties settling into a relationship, that is now passing and you're starting to stabilize. Let's get you some advice. Pile 3. So February is going to be a really, it almost feels like you feel fed, like emotionally fed, like, I don't know how to I don't know, that just came up for some reason. Like, you're going to feel loved. You're going to feel physically connected. Right, so advice for February, and I'll get a few others as well. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So, know that you are in something stable now and that you can take action without fear of the ice melting under your feet, like or cracking, you know what I mean, like Bambi on the ice. Without fear of falling, take solid action now, knowing that what you're standing on is stable, and you can start moving forward. Spirit, what other advice have we got for pile 3, please? Yeah, don't let your past hold you back. Absolutely, and that's kind of what's been going on here. All the fears about, is this going to be the same as it used to be, you know, in different situations from the past? Am I repeating old patterns? Is this, you know, the fear about if it's going to be the same as things that have happened before? Just let that go, because it's time to move forward, to recognise the connection you have got with this person. It's different, it's genuine, it's unique. You're two individual people who have... Look, these just cards are lovely. The feeling within this is that you can not only lean on each other, but enjoy each other. So stop thinking about what's happened in the past and start to embrace what you've got now, Foxglove friend. I want another advice card for you. I'm having another one of these. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way. There's a real thing here about how you're engaging in this relationship, and that it's almost down to you to, I want to say, stop being silly. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Allow yourself to enjoy this relationship during February. I mean, it is the month of Valentine's Day as well, isn't it? So, you know, allow yourself to be mature enough to recognise that each human is not infallible. We've all got quirks, we've all got things that are annoying. It's about loving all those aspects, putting your boundaries in place and being mature enough to challenge when challenge is necessary, and to let things go when they're not, and to recognise what the other person needs instead of focusing on what do I need and what I feel affronted that they've behaved like this, that sort of thing. And this is where the don't let your pride get in the way, because you don't want to spoil this for the sake of show compassion. There needs to be this balance between the masculine and feminine energies, and no matter what relationship you're in, there's always a balance of masculine and feminine. There's always a balance of nourishing and nurturing, and action and you know, empowerment and strength. So try to respect one another and support one another, and stop looking for what you're not getting and start looking at what you are getting and how you can build a positive life together. be kind to each other. Don't view each other as the enemy, because, you know, yeah, it's important to embrace everything you love about them and allow the foibles of what's annoying to just to recognise that that's part of being human. That's what I want to say, Foxglove friends. Sorry, I went into a bit of a zone there, so I was sort of feeling through this energy. But so February is going to be really nice. It's just about letting go and starting to stabilise into this more, and to be able to take action. And don't let your past hold you back. So if you like that reading, please do click on like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the future. Take care.